Hello everyone, welcome along to our Under-14 Boys Grand Final. Southern Wolves taking on Dominoes. And we're coming to you through the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. Ronnel Riggs in commentary. Alongside me is newly appointed, well, he's been appointed now in the role for a couple of months. He's our basketball development manager, Nic Martin. Hello, Nick.
Ronnie, how are you going?
Good.
Looking forward to this one. It's going to be hopefully a good contest.
Yes, it certainly is. And be a good coaching matchup as well too. You've got Kylie on one side and Ben on the other. So two coaches that you're involved in with our development programs. And I think we'll see some good structured basketball today, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Both involved as network coaches, and Ben was coaching our under-14 A team throughout Tri-Series, and a few of those players, well, most of those players are featured in this game here. So it's going to be a fun one.
Certainly is. Marie French and Beck Rumley are our two referees as play gets underway, and a quick start here as the two goes down for Billy Tomlin. So Southern Wolves quick out the gate, a little bit extensive pressure, but Dominoes able to break it. Now Gapin, now the shot up by Devine, who in and out on the three. And a good rebound there by Huskinson, and then Devine with the interception and the two, and some quick play here early on.
Yeah, both teams come out of the gates, a little bit of full court pressure by both teams, and I think whoever can handle the pressure better is going to be in a really good spot here after a frantic start.
Absolutely. Of course, 4 by 8 minute quarters as well too, Nick, in the under-14 competition, complying with the national standard when it comes to national under-14 club championships. Ball got turned over there. Now McMullen Euro stepped his way through. Devine got the shot up, rejected there. And now Southern Wolves come back down the floor here. So that is now with a bit of an armbar first there by Kroll.
That's going to be a good matchup. Looking at that one, Cody Quarrell and Archie, good friends, and I know they do a lot of shooting sessions and get together a fair bit to play a fair bit of one-on-one. So I'm looking forward to them going at each other here.
It's always good to see when your mates can play against each other on the biggest day of the season. Chapman now back to Kroll, and that's a travel. So Dominoes to restart here from the sideline. It's the ball with McMullen. And then good hands by Tomlin, but then a shot went up, that missed. And good work there by Huskinson, who's got an open lane, and then, oh my.
Jack Vermey trying to get that LeBron James chase down block.
Certainly, there you go.
Right on cue, he got one. So there you go.
Get that one out of here. That boy's got some height on him, Nick.
Got a little bit of size and length. And he's only been playing for a short period of time. This is kind of his first year of serious basketball, so to speak. And yes, they've already come a long way in a short period of time.
Huskinson with the two there. Now the ball up the floor here with Gapin, putting on some moves. Now we've McMullen once again, works his way through. Good pass back to Gapin for the two.
Good to see. So little Hugh McCallum, number 63, he's had some injury issues, and I think this is his first game back proper. So right on time for the grand final.
Absolutely, perfect timing for him, that is for sure. Here's Kroll for three. Yes. Southern Wolves bench up and about two. They're playing that six-man role here, Nick, as well, so that will give them some confidence. As the ball comes down the floor through Gapin once again. Kroll rejected that one and got that one out of here. Gets the ball back now with Chapman. Has come through here with Cashin, who gets a little bit stuck, and then Devine able to work his way through, able to pick it up. Spin move, has to retreat back. Now kicks out, now the three goes up, and it's good there for Hugh Franklin from downtown.
And I think you can already see early Southern Wolves, they finished 4th in the regular season, so they've done well to get here, and playing like they have nothing to lose, which is exactly what your mindset should be if you're the underdog.
Absolutely. I can absolutely totally relate to that, Nick, with my under-18 domestic team.
How'd you go, Ronnie? Get the win?
We got the win in the grand
Very
final
good.
last Sunday, and an offensive foul's been called, and that'll be assessed on Archie Devine. And yes, Nick, similar spot to Southern Wolves. We finished 4th.
Yes.
As well too, and yeah, we won by 5 in a very close grand final down in Moona. So there you go.
Very good. Good job, Ronnie. And
yes.
Congratulations on that. It's always grand final time's always fun, and it's always good when you come out on top as well.
Absolutely. I was on edge all day.
Sure you were.
Yes.
Sure you were.
Meanwhile, Kroll puts it to the floor, kicks it out. Ball getting moved around here. Now the ball with Tomlin. Back to Kroll. Now Tomlin with it once again. Shot clock at 5 here for Southern Wolves. Good pressure by Dominoes, and then a foul on the play. That looks like it's going to be assessed on Chet Huskinson.
So I think you can just see a bit of a frantic start, and I'm sure as the game goes on, both teams will calm down a little bit. There's not a lot of structure at the moment, which I'm sure a lot of that is due to just the nerves of the athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. Shot goes up, can't get that one to go there for Hugh McMullen. Now Cashin here with the ball. Back to Coral. Will be a bit of a focal point here for this Southern Wolves side. Can't get the 2 to go. Short-armed it on the layup. Now the ball here with McMullen once again. So ball with Franklin now. Well, Tom Gapin was out of bounds. Of course, it's the light blue lines here. Nick?
Yeah.
Of course, we're playing on the big court.
I'm sure Tommy G, he's not the first athlete that has stepped out of bounds on these very faintly painted blue lines.
Yes. It's one of the most unique kind of show courts we've had, especially from a marking standpoint. Nick, timeout quarter with 7 apiece here with 3:32 remaining. And both coaches are deep into their huddle here. Ben Lawson on the whiteboard already, drawing up a few things, and looks like Kylie over there is certainly barking out the instructions. So,
yeah, I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe Kylie called that timeout, and I think probably an interesting one. If anything, I thought it would have been Ben calling this one, so it might actually be more favourable this timeout for Dominoes, because I just think right now they're the team that, target on their back, and I don't think they lost a game all season, so that's going to be a good opportunity for Ben to get his team organised and ready to go. And
it might be a timely reminder too, maybe that, just to let them know, hey, let's get the nerves out of the way and done with now, and let's just see now if we can play some good tempo.
Exactly right. And Wolves have done a good job so far handling that pressure, and like I said, that's going to be a big factor in this one.
Absolutely. Don't mind if our mics just go in and out a little bit.
I was
Nick.
saying that.
We've had issues already this morning, but just disregard as Coral with it. Shot clock at 6. Now he gets it back, needs to put it up, does. Just back on that one. Good work by Cashin to get that ball. And pulls up for a mid-range too. That missed as well. And the rebound here by Gapin. And then good hands there, but able to recover. Devine couldn't get it up. No, sorry, that was Daniel Deep. As the ball comes up here through Huskinson, and then well recovered by Tomlin. Back to Kroll.
So it'd be nice to see a little bit of half-court structure, very stand-stilly from both teams. So
a bit stagnant, I'd say, Nick.
Bit.
Shot clock at 8. Huskinson needs to do something. Throws up the miracle shot, and it rolls in. Well, I've seen some interesting things in my time. That was one of them right there. Now the response. Can't get that 2 to go there for Deep. And then good hustle by the Wolves as we come up the floor here through Tomlin. Tomlin needs to look at his options. He goes to Coral. We've seen a lot of action early on in this first quarter. Puts it to the floor, goes up with a tough shot. Good eye board by Chapman. Has to kick that one out. Tomlin for 3. Just back on. Another eye board for Chapman, who finds his way through. Just a bit high off glass. Couldn't get the 2 to go. Then good work there by Huskinson, who couldn't get it. Now the ball here with McMullen as we finally get up the floor, and that will be a foul. Yeah, Riley Cashin is swiping his way on the body. Minute 42 remaining. Substitution here for both teams.
Yeah, you mentioned before Cody Quarrell's featured heavily. I dare say he'll play most of this game, and he'll need to.
Yes.
For them to have a shot.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes you have to play your main guys the whole 40.
32 in this instance.
Oh,
but you're
32, yes. Yeah, so used to saying that 40.
Yes, exactly.
And the foul's been drawn there. So it will be, 63. Hugh McMullen at the line for 2. Still 90 seconds to play. Some Wolves in a huddle, having a quick chat, which is great. Great to see as well too, Nick. It's good to see teams getting that huddle, quick chat, quick assessment, and then out they come here for the second free throw to line up.
Exactly. You want to find as many opportunities throughout the game to get mini timeouts, so to speak.
Yes.
And, hopefully we'll see them organise to handle the press here and see what they have.
So McMullen knocks that one down. Dominoes trailer by 1, 9-8 in what has been a low-scoring first quarter here, as Quarrell has to kick it out to James. Now Chapman, good pass to Quarrell, who gets the 2. Great work by the Southern Wolves, finding the backdoor play. So up by 3. Now the ball with McMullen. Now it's Devine for 3. Fruto one up. And Quarrell with the rebound.
I think you can just feel Dominoes just rushing still. It is very much, and they've settled for a lot of perimeter shots early.
They certainly have.
I'm sure that, as the game goes on, like I said, they'll get a bit more of a rhythm and they'll find the right shots.
Absolutely. Now to 3 once again, going up. If we had stats on this game, Nick, I would be interested to see what they've already put up from the perimeter. Now the ball here with James. So James has to kick it out. Chapman run out of real estate on that one, and Dominoes to get it back. So I'm sure Ben Lawson will be telling his troops just to see if they just settle here for one solid possession. They've got.
Yeah, that's it. You want to make sure you take 4 seconds to get the ball over halfway, and which is they're going to get that done. So now,
on
should
cue.
be last shot.
On cue here. Of course, shot clock is out of, shot clock penalty is in effect. I don't think it is, but anyway, we'll keep moving along. So McMullen finds his way through, draw a foul. A bit more composed on that play there, Nick. And Hugh McMullen will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good take there by Hugh. And he's, like I said, first game back, and he's definitely been aggressive. On that one there, you actually went a little bit too early. You probably want to be going at about 7 seconds as a general rule.
Yep.
Out of that screening action. So, good take for sure, but what it's going to do, it's going to give Wolves one more crack at it.
It certainly does, and maybe I think as a learning process goes, I'm sure players will more recognise where the game clocks are and just that court awareness out on the floor too, Nick, where things are sometimes where you have to make that quick check.
Yeah, and that's it, and I'm sure Ben will talk about that. That's for sure a teachable moment for the athletes, and they're still under 14s and what to learn.
James goes up for the 2, can't get that to go, and then Devine with the rebound, and that will round us out here for quarter time. And Southern Wolves coming out strong, but then Dominoes able to keep their composure and rally back there and late in that first quarter. See Southern Wolves up by 2, 11-9 here, Nick, at the quarter time break.
Yep, and I just go back to that last point I was talking about. Obviously, just missed that shot. I think it was Blake James.
Yep.
Who attempted it. If that had fallen, then that's when, again, that last possession for Dominoes, just going that a little bit too early, that's when it can hurt you. So instead of going into the breakdown 2, they could have been going down 4, and what's a low-scoring game. So those extra 2 points, they mean a lot. In a
absolutely,
game.
absolutely.
But no, I think for Wolves, great start, and like I said, they coming in as the 4th-seeded team and underdogs and got nothing to lose. And
absolutely.
Going out swinging, having a crack. But I think positive for Dominoes only down 2, and once they settle down a little bit and get some better shots and better shot selection, I think that that it hopefully won't be too costly for Dominoes.
Yeah.
That slow start.
No, absolutely, and I feel like throughout the season, and I've seen a little bit of under 14s throughout when I've been down here, has been, when I have seen it, there's been some good phases of offensive and defensive plays.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, you've seen both teams have used that extended pressure. And, you know, that's pretty stock standard, so to speak, in under 14.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of that going on. But, you know, both teams have handled that relatively well. I think biggest thing that I'd like to see a little bit more of here is just some half-court execution from the teams.
So we will see if that happens in this second quarter as we are underway. Here's McMullen, gets trapped. Now the shot goes up, and it's good there for Daniel Deep.
Daniel Deep from deep. There you go.
Yeah.
Little catch. There you go.
No pun intended. Devine able to get the interception on that one. Goes a Euro step through. Running hook, can't get it to go. Good rebound by Bermany. But Kroll there for the rebound. So Kroll and Devine matching up here on this particular play. So Kroll putting on some moves. Devine having to work extra hard here to contain. So Kroll just slowing this one down. Hand off to Huskinson. Huskinson pulls up from middle of the key and gets the two to go.
What about start from Jed? He's having a crack, and that's one thing he's always going to do is play hard.
So McMullen with it. Kicks it out. Now ball getting moved around here. Deep now into Burmery. Burmery here, the big fella. Fakes, gets two defenders up and gets the two to go. Nice work there by Jack Burmery.
Yeah, good to see Jack Vermey get involved. He hasn't been, you know, defensively.
And a rejection there.
He has been involved defensively, but it'd be good to see him get a bit more involved on offense.
Absolutely. Again, a great block. His second block of the game. And now Kroll equal to the challenge on that defensive play as Burmery try to put that shot up. So Kroll slows this one down as Wolves try to get into a bit of a set here and see what they can run. Chapman offering on the cut, and then a bit of miscommunication there with Allen, and ball gets turned over. So McMullen with it. Now Devine puts it to the floor, goes up that tough floater, can't get that to go. And ball, last touch by Burmery.
I need to point out, so we've had basketball royalties just walked in. He's sitting down. We got Daniel Saville.
Oh, yeah, yes.
He made sure he said hello to James Murray on the way. So James was assistant coach to that game before.
Yes, he was.
Dominoes, and he's coaching again tomorrow.
Yes, he is.
And then obviously Daniel's going to be coaching
later today.
Later today, which that will be an exciting under-18 final. So
it will be.
Good to see them hanging around and watching some under-14s.
Absolutely, and of course. I'll come back to Daniel in a time out there too, Nick, because he did get a nice kind of promotion gig with the state role with one of the state sides. But we'll touch on that later as ball gets put up there by Huskinson. Trying to go off glass, couldn't get it to go. Devine with the rebound as we come up the floor here for Dominoes. Down to the change room end. Oh, nice pass to Burmery and quick little transition play there. Dominoes take the lead by 3 here, 16-13.
Good decision making there by Archie, and on that play in the last one, just not forcing things, not settling for that perimeter shot.
Chapman, good patience and good fake, but then the pass to his teammate in James couldn't get that shot to go. So Dominoes off and running here. Devine decides to pull up from 3, and it was a good option. Archie Devine knocks down the triple, and we're out to a 6-point lead.
I question the shot selection, but when it goes in, you can't really argue with
that. That's right.
So.
Yes, it's just one of those things.
I had just complimented him about not settling
Correct.
for the 3,
and then he just goes and does that on you.
It went in, so maybe you went inside.
I was going to say, you would have to show him the tape if he missed it, I think, Nick. That's for sure. Again, good defensive pressure here as Devine hits the floor. But then ball able to recover, and now it's with McMullen.
So I think if they score here, you got to get a timeout. If you're Southern Wolves, the momentum's for sure.
Bermany and on cue there, Nick.
There you go.
Yeah, good timeout here called by Kylie. And this game has swung around now. Dominoes now kind of settled, and they're up by 8 here.
Yeah, interesting one. A good timeout. Maybe should have came possession earlier. And the reason I say that is when you're going up against a really strong team like Dominoes, like an 8-point margin, that's already, I dare say that might already be too much to be able to call it back. But Wolves have been playing hard, and I guess we'll wait and see.
Hey, it's a bit of a pick your poison, isn't it, Nick? He kind of, goes from 4 to 6, and you think, oh, hang on, should I just let it go one more play, and then all of a sudden they get another 2, then it's out to 8. Then you're thinking, oh, should I really, but. Those are things I think you reflect back on, but I think the feeling, you get the feeling of the game here. Yeah.
And I think, when you're playing, say, any other team, that would be the right time to take a timeout. But when you're the underdog against, a really strong, talented team, you just don't want the margin to extend. And, use when the Boomers played, the USA for reference, they just, as soon as it gets to that 8-10 point margin, that's a long way to claw back when you're playing a talented team.
Absolutely. And we always know in international play it can be a game of momentum swings as well too.
Yeah, sure. And that's using those timeouts is critical for coaches. Let's see what Wolves get done out of the timeout.
Absolutely. Down by 8, 4:38 to go before the major break. And again, a bit of a 2-2-1 here by the Dominoes, but not too much extensive pressure. So both teams slowing it down here. Kroll now through Cashin. Back into Kroll. Kroll working down low. Half fade away. In and out on that one. Chapman with the O board. And then the reverse layup couldn't go. That's his third offensive rebound there for Henry Chapman.
I believe hasn't been playing, probably not too dissimilar to Jack Vermey, hasn't been playing, serious basketball, so to speak, for too long. So good to see him using his size and athleticism on the glass.
He played domestic last year for New Norfolk. There you go. I do know the kid kind of.
Yep.
And they got through to a domestic grand final last year. And I think this is his first year of real rep ball.
Yep.
So, but great to see he's got that opportunity and giving it his best. Of course, from Ooze as well too. So making that is dedication right there, Nick.
Yeah, good. What's that? How long is that drive?
That's a good hour and a bit from out of here.
Very good.
Yeah. So, and on cue now, Chapman has it. Here's Kroll. So Kroll puts it to the floor, gets it to go. He'll go to the line for one. Great move by Jacob Kroll there. Cody Kroll. Of course, Jacob is his brother.
Jacob's his brother.
Sorry.
Playing later today.
Yes. Of course, Jacob's birthday today too, I should mention. We'll give that a shout out later on. Yeah. But yeah, good move there by Cody Kroll. I think he obviously recognised the mismatch there, Nick, or tried to draw a defender in to get contact.
Yeah, he's definitely an aggressive player and good athlete. Good to see him finish there with his left hand, and he knocked down a free earlier, and I know that's two elements of his game that he's working hard on. And like I mentioned, him, Archie, Hugh, competing against each other here, but they've had a lot of shooting sessions together, and I think you can see that work he's put in paying off for sure.
Absolutely. Now Burmery down low, but Burmery will be called for a 3-second violation. Again, it's one of those rare calls we see, one of those tough calls, though, to make. We won't harp on that too much because it's,
if I'm a big, I'm standing in the keyway for as long and just dare the ref to call it. So.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, the shot went up there by Tomlin, and then ball goes out of play. They'll come back to Dominoes.
Good to see. Shout out to Marie French, our state referee manager.
Yes.
Down here working hard, and she's been down here on a regular basis.
She certainly has been.
Which has been great to see that, and for sure, like everything, a lot of work still to be done with the referees.
Yes.
But I think we're in a really good spot, and
we are.
And Marie's done a really good job. In the first 6 months or so.
Yes. I second that, Nick. I absolutely do. She's done. Great job as the shot goes up by Devine, and then I think Devine tried to box out Kroll. Now it'll be interesting to see who this is going to be assessed on. It's going to be assessed on Kroll.
I reckon Archie got away with one there.
I think he did. I thought that might have been on Devine, but we got a nice view from up here, Nick. So we do get to see the court pretty well from up here. So play to restart. Now Devine fakes floater. Can't get that to go. Tomlin with the rebound. Now up the floor here. So back to Tomlin. So Cashin puts it to the floor. Now kick out. Now the three by Tomlin. Just short on that one. Burma with the rebound. So McMullen coming up the floor here. Just on 2 minutes remaining before the break. As McMullen goes for three. Can't get that to go. Rebound by Gapin. Gapin needs to kick it out. Devine, jab step, three, short on that one. And then good rebound, another O board here for Dominoes. So some of Wolves need to work it out on the box here. With a rejection on Hugh Franklin there.
Yeah, there's been some really good defensive plays so far. I would, the coaching side of me would love to see the offense, and this is from both teams, do a better job of playing off 2 feet and using a shot fake, because the defense is jumping on absolutely everything.
Absolutely,
so,
they are.
One little shot fake, and I think you'll be getting an and one opportunity or an easy layup.
Absolutely. So play restarts. So the ball here, we're deep, and then an errant pass there sees some Wolves get it back, who trail by 8 at the moment.
Hang around.
Yeah.
I think I have to make mention, so the Wolves did a really good job throughout the week with, later in the week with some player profiles, which was pretty cool to see.
Oh, yes.
And, definitely build some good anticipation for this game. And I know talking with Ben Lawson, if anything, some of it may have even fired up the opposition with some of the comments. But awesome to see the Wolves promoting their players and promoting grand final day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's great, and again, good social media by some Wolves there. I did read a few of them, Nick, and
yeah, it was good. It was good. There was a lot. They posted a lot.
They did.
I'm sure some got missed just because there was that many posted.
Talk about the news feed getting just.
Yes, exactly. I accidentally thought I clicked on a Southern Wolves app instead of Facebook there one day. It was
absolutely.
That many profiles up.
Crowell for 3, just short on that one, and then a rebound there by Franklin. Now McMullen, and good transition here, and the 2 should go. Not there for Lamprey, but he does on that occasion. So 10 points is our margin. Wolves need a score here, you'd think, as now Tomlin goes for 3 once again, and the bank is open on a Saturday morning, Nick.
I'm sure he meant to bank that one.
So margin back to 7. Ball down low here. Shot goes up. Nice work there by Daniel Deep.
I reckon if you're Wolves, you want to try and hold it here, as not go too early.
So Crowell with it now. So we'll see what happens here. Tomlin once again for back-to-back triples. Can't get that to go.
And again, just went a little bit too soon, and now Dominoes are going to have a chance at it.
Certainly will. Now Franklin with it. And then errant pass with 2.7 remaining here. Can Southern Wolves quickly fire up a shot? And so it'll have to be Crowell from near beyond half court. Missed everything, but a much better second quarter by Dominoes. Sees them up by 9, 27-18. Now, second half just about to get underway here. Dominoes up by 9 at the moment. And Nic Martin will join us later on in the game as he's off to go see the Shield finals on the other courts. So both Championship and Shield happening today with grand finals. Burnley with the rebound. And now Devine with it as we come up the floor here. Devine looking at his options, has to slow this one down. So Devine works his way through. Fake. Can't get the 2 to go. Crowell and Burnley fighting for the rebound. A held ball. Both players had a hand on it. And it'll come back to Dominoes. So Devine to restart us off here. There's one of the banners that have fallen down. There in the background. Meanwhile, Devine puts it to the floor. Has to kick it out. And then stuck a bobber there. And a foul on the play. So Franklin to restart. Now here's Devine. He puts it to the floor. Finds an opening. Throws up the fake. Good drive by Archie Devine, who got Cody Crowell up. And Archie Devine to go to the line for 2. So Archie Devine, he's been very solid in this game and has found his way through. He rails that one home. Back out to a 10-point margin. Of course, the under-16 boys final coming up in our next game. As Archie Devine misses the second. Now Kroll comes up with it as we come back down the floor. So both teams trying to run a set here. Kroll now pulls up for three. Yes! Cody Kroll has hit another three. We're back to a 7-point ball game. And if they can just get a few stops here and get a bit of a wriggle on, this game might be in some danger. Bermany needs to kick it out. Devine for the answer. Yes! Back-to-back baskets from both teams. Great action down both ends of the floor. And we're back out to that 10-point lead once again. Here's Tomlin. Now the ball with James. Back to Kroll. Kroll will try his luck again. I think he'll just slow this one down. Looking for the play call. So Kroll, now Tomlin once again. Yes! So another three. Back to 7 we go. Can Dominoes respond with another basket of their own? So McMullen goes exploring. Good kick out. Devine at the corner, run down a room. And then good save by McMullen. He goes for the three himself. Short iron on that one. O-board by Gapin, who gets the two. And that's a bit of a backbreaker there. You feel like some Wolves probably need that stop and then really try and get some momentum. And that momentum might have just swung here as Devine goes for the layup. Can't get it to go. Now Kroll with it. He's got options up the floor if he needs it. He decides to go solo, and it was a good option for Cody Kroll, who has played majority of the game. Him and Vermony just having some friendly exchanges there. Great to see. And now Devine goes baseline. Puts up a tough shot. Can't get that to go. Vermony with the rebound. He got hit from behind. That looked like it was Huskinson there. He drawed a foul. Now, let's see. Yes, it will be 2 shots. So margin back at 7 here. 33-26 here in this third quarter. 5:20 remaining. So we come to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre here on a Saturday morning. Burnley can't make the first. Again, a good crowd in attendance here as well too, just having a look at both sides of the crowd. As Bermany misses that one and didn't hit the ring. So if it doesn't hit the ring on the second free throw, it is a violation. So substitutions coming here for the Southern Wolves. It will be Luke Allen coming in for Blake James. So Tomlin putting on some moves, lost the handle. So some Wolves to restart here. So Allen, now Kroll. Kroll looking at his options here, puts it to the floor, kicks it out with Huskinson. Now the three, and then rejected by Bermany, but then Allen able to get it back. Can't get the layup to go. Chapman with another O-board, and can make that number 4 for him in that category. As the ball goes up the floor here now. Devine, nice pass in the Bermany, and nice little play there by the Dominoes team. And back out to a 9-point lead. And foul on the play here. That's going to be assessed on Bermany. So Kroll restarts now with Tomlin. So Tomlin finds the middle and gets the layup to go. Nice work by Billy Tomlin, who recognised there was a gap there in the middle and we'll get that 2 to go. So good work there. Now Devine with some moves. He goes himself and gets the answering basket. So this game is staying at that 9-point, 10-point buffer. And at the moment, even Stevens at this point in time in the third here. So Tomlin once again, now to Chapman. Chapman, nice move. And then good hands there by Lamprey, who are, we get a piece of that. And then Devine up the floor to Gapin. Gapin, step back, fake, everything else you can think of. That's the two right there. And marching back out to 11 here. I think that's the biggest we've seen so far. As Allen here, the ball carrying duties. Now Kroll. So Kroll looking for a double screen, goes for three. Can't get the three to go. That would have been a nice one to get if it went. So Devine comes down the floor. Devine thought about it, pulls back for a step back, and that missed everything. Lamprey with the save, but run out of room in the end. So substitutions coming in for both teams here. And this venue is filling up quick. So you can see a few of the Hobart Phoenix boys walking across. They're up next against Southern Wolves in the under-16 boys grand final. So Chapman. Oh, and then an errant pass that Cole wasn't ready for, but good save. But then the ball came back into McMullen's hands. And then Burmary on that mini alley-oop, couldn't get it. Lamprey on the second, can't get that to go. Burmary with the third, and there's a foul in the process. And Alex Lamprey will go to line for two. So Alex Lamprey at the line. Can't get first one to go. And gets the second one off glass. So that's a 12-point lead. That is the biggest lead we have seen all day. And that'll be a foul on Hugh McMullen there for the reach. So 2:49 to go here in this third quarter. Now Kroll. Ooh, nice crossover move, goes baseline, kick out past the Chapman, but Dominoes able to read that one there through Earp. And now the three goes up, can't get that to go. And Lamprey with the O board, can't get that to go either. And the shot goes up there by McMullen, he couldn't get it to go either. So Cashin with it now as we come back down the floor. Here's Allen, puts up the two and gets it to go. He'll go to the line for one. A timely basket there for the Southern Wolves with 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. We'll see if Luke Allen can convert a three-point play. So we thought maybe timeout might have been called there, but no. I think substitution will be made if this goes here. Can't. Chapman with his fifth O board and the two for Henry Chapman. And a margin back to 8 here. Crucial stage of the game now in this third quarter. So some extensive pressure here by Southern Wolves, doing a good job to trap, and they do a terrific job there and able to force a jump ball, and the Southern Wolves will get it back. And shot clock at 14, and Ben Lawson wanting something there, and not getting anything there. So timely. And that will be a warning on Ben Lawson, who has probably said a bit too much. So his next one will be technical if he decides to go for it. So the ball whip, and Kroll nearly lost it, but able to regain it. Now puts it to the floor. Working his way through, puts up a tough shot and drew the foul on Lamprey. And Cody Kroll will go back to the line for two. So this game has the potential of swinging here in the momentum kind of things. But also too may come back into the Southern Wolves' favour. Cody Kroll will go to the line for two. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. As Kroll knocks down the first. Can he knock down? He can't knock down the second, and ball goes out of play. Last touch by Southern Wolves. Substitutions here. It will be Hugh Franklin coming in. It looks like young Kane Earp will have a breather. So margin back to 7. Can Dominoes get a score here? So McMullen puts it to the floor, goes himself, can't get the 2 to go. Kroll with the rebound, and then Byrne was there to get it and get the 2. And that's a steadying basket there for the Dominoes Basketball Club there. So Allen, now here's Cashin. Cashin puts it to the floor, goes himself. Good defensive work there by Franklin. And ball lost to handle there. And some Wolves to get it back. So play restarts. Now Chapman for the 2. Just long on that one. And then Burmery, well, nearly got the rebound, and then he lost it. Cashin tried to put up. Cashin then got fouled. Falcon, Chapman can't get the 2 to go either. And now the ball here with McMullen as we come up the floor and have guests galore coming into the commentary booth here. Meanwhile, back at the play, McMullen can't get it to go. Kroll off and running, has a couple of Dominoes to beat, and then Huskinson back to Allen. Allen puts it to the floor, kick out. Huskinson for the mid-range 2, yes. So margin back to 7. Now Burmery, and a foul there on Huskinson for reaching in. .9 remaining. This game just swinging so closely. You'd figured he's swinging to Southern Wolves to a degree. Yeah. And Southern Wolves over the team limit. So we'll see Jack Burmery to the line for 2. So plenty happening around the courts here. As Burmery goes to the line, misses the first. Some Wolves team down at the change room end. I think Hobart Phoenix are down our end at the moment here where we are shooting from. So Allen with the ball carrying duties here, now gives it off to Kroll. So Kroll slowing this one down. Trying to get through a couple, goes himself and drew the foul. That looks like it's going to be assessed on Alex Lamprey. So Cody Kroll back to the line again. So this, try to get it back within 6 here. And that might be too bad of a position if he can. Knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. So we are back at a 6-point ball game. 18 seconds to go. As everyone is trying to find a seat. That is for sure. As the ball comes through, Devine goes up. He drew the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2. 10.4 remaining. Like I say, good crowd coming in. So there's lots of people right in front of us. Coach Daniel Sabel down there walking past. He'll be coaching a little bit later on today. But good to see everyone here early and very packed on one side and just about packed on the other. So Devine can't get the second to go. So margin back out is 7. Go Dominoes will have a chance to extend that if they can get a score on this last play here. So the ball with Devine puts up a tough floater, can't get it to go. Lamprey there for the O board. He's been doing a good job, Alex Lamprey. Right place, right time. And margin goes back out to 9. So at one stage there, we're looking a little bit threatening there with some Wolves making a nice little run, but Dominoes able to hold their composure there and draw this one out. And they lead it by 9 with a quarter remaining. Start of fourth quarter, just about to get underway here. Nic Martin has come back to join us for the final quarter. So, Nick, you've been out and about. How's it looking around the courts?
Yeah, we had the Under-12 Shield final next door. Grenadiers are up about 10. The Dominoes are having a crack in that one. So,
good.
Under-12 is always always fun to watch. You know,
Absolutely.
They love it. You know, I've never seen an Under-12 kid that doesn't play hard and have a crack, which you love to see.
It's very exciting. That's for sure. This third quarter, the third quarter here, your Sub-Wolves made a bit of a run, but then Dominoes able to compose and just keep that kind of that 9-point buffer lead that's kind of just hanged around throughout the majority of the third.
Yeah, and you know, I was watched the last minute or so of that one, and yeah, you make a run and hit a few, you know, tough shots, but then it's still a 9-point margin. It's like, well, you know, they're going to have a really, really good quarter here, but look, it's a grand final. Anything can happen.
That's right. 8 minutes remaining in this final quarter as the bind gets us underway here with a 2 there from mid-range. And now Tomlin here with the ball coming up. Again, good pressure by Gapin. And then now Kroll with it, who had a good third quarter, got really involved once again. And now Tomlin thought about it, pulled away from it. Kroll thought about it as well too. They're really looking at that perimeter there, Nick.
I think you've seen Dominoes' pressures just push them out of that shape here a little bit.
And that's a good drive though by Riley Cashin. Good patience on that play, and they were able to find something good on the drive.
Yeah, you would have seen, you know, your Dominoes, you're kicking yourselves because you've done a really good job defensively, and then right at the end, just, you know, poor closeout technique, and you get, you know, give up an easy 2.
Absolutely. Devine, he's gaping for the response. That was short all the way through. Chapman with the rebound. And now Kroll goes up the floor, and too much heat on the pass there to Huskinson. So they'll try to trap here. They did a good job of that in that third quarter with a bit of trapping. And then ball goes out of play. So another stop there for the Wolves, but the Wolves will need to convert on this possession just to get this one back to 7, at least 7.
Yeah, I dare say you want to try and get it to, you know, 2 or 3 points with, you know, 2 minutes to go kind of thing to give yourself a shot. We'll see. We'll see.
Huskinson slips. Kroll goes for 3. Looks good. And, well, I'm not sure if that hit the support system or not, but certainly rolled off the top. And now Devine with it as he comes up the floor. Devine just retreating out and then looking to go back in. Has to kick it out. And the 2 goes up. That can't go there for Deep. And then gets seconds on that one, and Deep able to convert.
Second chance points. Critical.
Certainly are. There's been some good boards by both teams, but I feel like Dominoes have had the upper advantage to a degree, just on second chance points. Tomlin tried to go for 3, and Gapin able to get a piece of that. And then Burmery, now Devine, as we come back up the floor here, margin out to 11. And offensive foul's being called as I think Archie Devine kind of used his arms there to clear out a little bit, Nick.
Yeah, he plays hard, Archie. That's one thing that he always does.
Yes.
Sometimes one of your strengths can be your weakness.
That's right.
And for him, you know, playing hard, and at times that can result in being a little bit out of control.
He's a very solid unit as well too, Nick.
Very strong.
I think last year I had collision with him in the game I was umpiring, and I came off second best. As the 3 goes for Tomlin from downtown, marching back to 8.
Yeah, good shooter, little Billy T. So good to see him get on the board.
Burmery with the fake. Just short-armed it on that one. Huskinson with the rebound. Summerall's off and running. Can they get another basket here? Does still apply a little bit of scoreboard pressure. Kroll goes for it and can't get that one to go. Good rebound by Huskinson. A bit high off glass, and then Devine with the rebound as we come back down the floor. Devine, good running there by Burmery, but then run down the room in the end. Substitutions coming in. Subs galore here for Team Dominoes.
I think, you know, everyone's had a decent run for Dominoes. Wolves have, as you would expect, you know, in the final, a little bit of a shorter rotation for them.
Yes, I was going to say Kroll and Chapman haven't come off at all.
No.
Tomlin, a nice pass there to Huskinson, who puts up the 2, can't get a go off glass. Chapman with I was going to say it was his 6th offensive rebound this game.
I think, like we said before, the offensive rebounding has been great. I would say for both teams, the defensive rebounding, blocking out has not been very good. But anyway, something for them to work on moving forward.
Absolutely, and maybe some side notes to talk about at training this week.
I'm sure
too.
we'll work in a bit of blocking out at MTB.
Yes, absolutely. Devine finding his way through the middle, can't get that flow to go, and then the 3 goes up here by McCallum. You can't get it to go, and then that's hit the support system on the top of the backboard, and the ball will come back to Southern Wolves. We're just about halfway through this last quarter. Still that 8-point game. This is really now nearly crunch time, Nick.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a little run here, Wolves, and if they do though, they go on a 4-6 point run, then the pressure's right back on Dominoes.
Absolutely. Chapman, who nearly lost a handle, last touch by, looked like that was Tomlin. And Dominoes to get it back here. So Dominoes can really stamp the authority here. If they can get a score on this possession, that will make the job a little bit tougher here for Southern Wolves. So McMullen goes all the way, rejected by Chapman. And now the ball up the floor here through Tomlin. Tomlin has Kroll in support along with Huskinson. Tomlin goes solo, and it was a good option from downtown. And that forces Ben Lawson to call a timeout. We're back to a 5-point ball game, Nick.
Yes, again, like I said, you want it to be about that 3-point margin with 2 minutes to go, so they're right around that. It's funny because for both teams, from putting a critical coaching hat on, so to speak.
Yes.
I don't know if the shot selections are the best, but when if you can string a few together in a row, a few makes, then the game can change very quickly. So
absolutely, and as we mentioned before, just a quick momentum swing can change the impact of that game. So, but a smart time out here, I think, from Ben Lawson, just recognising that some Wolves just getting on a little run here. Last couple of times for Dominoes, probably haven't been the best of possessions, so probably a good chance to reset, refocus.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure. You can see him at the moment. Ben's doing a good job on the board, and I'm sure they're going to come out here and execute something, and hope. I'm sure they're going to be looking for an easy 2.
Now, just very quickly, because you're back here, now I've just remembered, Daniel Saville, as he was walking through, of course, he was appointed as, if I'm right here, state coach?
Yeah, state team, under-16 coach.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Announcement made next week about that, but fingers crossed that goes ahead. I'm not holding my breath on it, but
okay.
we'll see. And for obviously all the athletes, and for Daniel, this is the 2nd year in a row that he's actually been the under-16 state team coach. So hopefully he gets an opportunity to go away.
Let's hope so, Nick. Well done to him, and well deserved after so many years working hard on his coaching game, and has come leaps and bounds, that young man, as Earp goes for 3, short-armed it. Burnbury there for the O board, along with Lamprey. The 2 tall timbers are there for the taking, and just outdid some Wolves on that rebounding contest.
The theme continues. Good offensive rebounding. Not the greatest walking out. But, that's been the theme of the game for both teams.
Yes, absolutely. It has been. So Tomlin for 3 again. Just short-armed it on that one. And now Devine with it as we come up the floor here. Now a little bit of pressure, and 8-second violation has been called. So critical stop there for the Southern Wolves, who now need to convert. If they can convert, we're either going to a 4-point game or a 5-point game.
Yep. See what they got here.
So really interesting time now of the game too. 3 minutes to go. Can Dominoes hold their nerve here to close this one out? So quick 2-man game off the inbound, and Southern Wolves get it back.
Got to make mention, cool thing to see for Wolves is so many, the younger under-12 athletes sitting behind the bench for them and getting into it, and they got this, the balloons up and creating a great environment, which is awesome.
It's great, and of course that 6-man we always speak about, Nick, which has got to be your bench and your team followers as well. It plays a vital part in any game. Meanwhile, foul being called.
they're still very much into it, the bench. And
They are.
Watching the game so far today, that's one thing that, if anything, the team that's down, you can read in their body language, hasn't necessarily always been the best. And whereas Wolves are down here, but they're still into it. The players on the bench, and that's what you want to see regardless of the score.
Oh, absolutely. And as we mentioned before, it's great to see two teams here make it through to the grand final, especially some Wolves who have come from 4th spot. They really dig deep, and of course Dominoes have been playing well all season, from my knowledge.
Yes.
So Birmingham with the O board, can't get that to go. Chapman gets a defensive rebound, and now Kroll with it. So again, no change in the score, so they need to get over, but good work by McCullum. Rejected by Kroll. Get that out of here, he says. And Dominoes to get it back.
Way off too, and new shot fakes.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough for the offensive players.
Certainly another note for you for your FDP, STP this week, Nick.
Definitely taking a lot of mental notes here at the moment.
Good to see. McMullen, good pass into Burmary. Nice play, much better. So Tomlin with it, marching back out to 9. So probably some Wolves here need to get a quick score, you'd think, or at least a solid possession. Cashin, and just kind of moved his feet first before putting it to the floor. So a costly error there. But now, go Nick.
You're 100% right, Ronnie. Like, if you're Dominoes right now, you want there to be less possessions in the game.
Yes.
If you're Wolves, you want to try and speed it up here a little bit and create more possessions in the game.
Absolutely.
Just to statistically give yourself a chance to win.
So the ball with Gapin. Gapin goes baseline on the drive. Nice pass to Burmary. And again, there's no communication. As Kylie needs to call a timeout here. There's probably no communication where led to that kind of pass there for that nice 2.
Yep. And seen the last 2 plays by Dominoes, really good job of the guards getting into the teeth of the defense and just making the right decision and dumping it off to the big fella, which that's been good to see. But you're right. Defensively, got to do a better job of helping the helper, so to speak, when someone steps up.
Absolutely.
Drop down and cover them. So
just felt like both teams, not both teams, but both players ball watch on that one and just didn't talk, and someone had stayed on the player there.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, see what Kylie Anderson does here out of the timeout.
Yes.
If I'm in her shoes, I'm probably going to advance the ball and try and get a quick 2, and then you're going to try match up full court and like I mentioned before, try to speed the game up a little bit, generate more possessions.
The other thing too, both teams only on 1 team foul each here, so both teams can kind of, if they wanted to, if they have to stop the clock a little bit, obviously they can foul, but I don't think.
Well, yeah, and that's, if you're Wolves right now, that's not a good thing that you've got 4 fouls to get into the bonus. So actually, to be quite honest, if I'm Wolves, I'm going to pick up full court and try and foul quickly just to get it close to the bonus. So if we need to be fouling and sending it to the line, normally being out of the bonus is a good thing, but not when you're down in a situation like this.
Absolutely. Some Wolves advance the ball. So on cue here, Nick, they've done what you've asked. Now let's see if they can get a quick score on this possession. Tomlin, got rejected there, but then Kroll able to recover. So Kroll, now they need to get a shot up. Tomlin from the car park can't get that to go. Chapman with another O board, and now Kroll for the 3. In and out on that one. Birmingham with the rebound. That could be all she wrote, I think. There, Nick, just about.
Yeah. Again, if you're Dominoes, you're just like, like Huey is pulling it out here and milk it.
And not the best of options on that pass there. A little bit more patience on that, but can we get a quick score here from the Wolves just to see if we can make this interesting? Here's Huskinson for 2. Can he get the roll? He can't. Chapman tries to save it, but nonetheless goes out of bounds. Minute 8 remaining here. 11 points it is. And I think we can nearly safely call it.
Yeah, I think if you're Wolves, you've got to get up. You've got to pick up here. And
right up and really try and trap here. And, the ball got touched there by the Wolves. But, again, Wolves need to be right in this press coverage here, Nick.
Yeah, I think so. And
I wouldn't worry about the inbounder. Yeah, that's it. So, yep. But then lost sight there as Gapin goes. Good fake and then step through. Can't get it. Burnley with another O-board. And then Kroll gets the rebound. So Wolves have got to get off and running quickly. Kroll up the floor, but a rush pass. But sees Tomlin able to recover. Now Kroll. Now back to Tomlin. Here's Cashin. Cashin fighting his way through. Oh, nearly got the layup on that. Can't get it. And more pressure up the floor here as Devine brings it down. We're under 30 seconds here, so we're pretty much home here for Team Dominoes. And then Burnley kicks out. Gapin for three. Can't put the finishing touches on. Burnley with another O-board, and he gets the two there. And
I think that's going to wrap it up for sure.
I think so.
But great to see Wolves have had a real crack here. And,
absolutely.
Made a game of it, which is what you want. And nothing to drop their heads about. They've played hard. They've done really well to, one, get themselves in this position, and two, they've challenged Dominoes, who haven't had many games like this throughout the year where the other team's been up for the fight. So, but then again, congratulations to Dominoes and Coach Ben Lawson. Cap off a really good Southern rep season for them.
And final scores here sees Dominoes up 58 to 45. Great game by both teams. And we'll now do the presentations, which I've got to come back down on court for. So, Nick.
I'll catch you later, Ronnie.
Yeah, we'll catch you later on throughout the day, and we will go to the presentations.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the presentations underway for the under-14 boys grand final. So congratulations to both teams on making it through. Great game of basketball. Congratulations to Southern Wolves, and then congratulations to Dominoes. I just want to thank two referees for the game, to Marie French and Rebecca Rowe. Well done. And now on to Holly Eames, head coach of Southern Wolves. The two captains, Tony Coral and Billy Tomlin. Nice job, Archie. And we have trophies in the centre park here. Yep, go for a time to champions